Hello everybody, welcome to Tres Lagunas. We've been working at this property going on about 3 years. It is okay for our youth to get into this water. Today is full of simple play and catching frogs and anything else we find in the water, observations. I'd like to introduce for any of the impactors in that, Christina.
We are from G.E.O Nature Co-op, which is a Christian homeschool nature co-op in the Albuquerque greater area. This semester our subject is hunting, so I'd reached out to Matt for a conservation aspect of that because I feel like that is probably the most important thing that they could learn when we're learning about hunting, right? Is how to take care of the land before we are taking from the land.
Hi everyone, my name is Annabella. I'm from Las Vegas, New Mexico. Right now I'm doing my master's thesis in biology and I'm studying the northern leopard frog. I don't know if you all have heard of a disease, probably not. It's called chytrid fungus. It causes amphibians worldwide to die or go extinct. Populations are declining worldwide. That disease is here in New Mexico. It's all over the state. It's definitely in this pond. So we have certain species like bullfrogs, which you will meet today, that carry this disease particularly. Northern leopard frogs are a state-listed species. If your theme is hunting, I don't know, by show of hands, how many of you knew that you could hunt frogs? Ooh, okay, so like half and half it looks like. So if you didn't know, you can hunt frogs. And there are definitely frogs today that we would like to hunt probably.
Yeah. Bullfrogs, yeah. Today we're going to be talking a lot about native, non-native, and invasive. Does anybody know what we mean by native species?
Ones that have been here for a while.
Okay, so
do not harm the environment.
Okay, so native species are like our leopard frog that we're trying to find. Then we have non-native. There's lots of birds and even like aquatic crustaceans and stuff that are in this marsh that are non-native, but they don't exactly like impose or harm as much as other species. Now we get to bullfrogs. A single female bullfrog in one lay. She sat down, she lays her eggs. She needs a male to fertilize the eggs. She lays those eggs. An average bullfrog female will lay 12 to 20,000 eggs a sitting. And on average, only 1% of that population makes it to adulthood. Depending on the water temperatures, you'll have a tadpole turn into a pollywog underwater, and depending on your water temperature at the location found, those polywogs could be in the water for upwards of 2 years. And then they get onto the shore. The problem with invasive species is they outproduce, so they lay more eggs than the leopard frogs. They outconsume, so they're a greater predator and they are more successful at getting prey. They're larger. We have containers that we're going to be setting up. You can bring those fish, bring those snails, bring all that stuff back. Let's get an overall observation. So I'm going to pass it over for, like, in terms of we now have our frog, what do we do?
Yeah, okay. So every frog that you catch, even if you don't know what species it is or you think you know what species it is, just bring it back and we'll confirm. There's going to be an image that you can use to ID it, and there will be plenty of people to help you ID as well. So bullfrogs tend to be really large, like Matt was saying, but sometimes they're also pretty small. When you get the younger generations, you get small frogs. Leopard frogs tend to get no bigger than this, like just a bit bigger than a softball maybe. And they have 2 lines going down their back. So that's kind of like on either side of their eye, all the way down to their butt. And we have 2 species of leopard frogs here actually. We have the plains leopard frog and we have the northern leopard frog. So we definitely want to bring them back so we can figure out which one it is. As I said, one of them is a sensitive species that's been state listed. That's the northern leopard frog. So that one is declining in the state. The plains leopard frog is still, its population status isn't necessarily declining, but that doesn't mean it's not. It could also just be that we don't have enough information about that species. So when you catch a frog, you're gonna walk it all the way back here. We're gonna weigh the frogs, we're gonna measure its length, because across the state where we have these frogs, there's different populations that are different sizes sometimes, so their weight and length tells us a lot about the health of a species.
We're gonna spread out and start doing collection. We're doing collection before we do planting because otherwise we would spook all of these frogs up and down, and we are going to be dispersing smartweed and millet. We are constantly trying to work on, you know, promoting aquatic vegetation whenever we can to produce cleaner waters.
Did you guys find anything in the water?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you see?
What'd you see?
These little bugs, and then also swamp puppy. Not a swamp
Swamp dog.
puppy, but a swamp dog.
Water dog.
Water dog. Guys,
I like swamp puppies. Swamp puppies.
Fry them?
Yeah.
Did you find anything else?
a lot of algae in my boots.
What'd you catch?
A big black bug. It's a devil claw. And then I found a water dog.
A water dog too?
Devil claw, I found it. Well, she found it, but I found this. A water dog. I saw a couple fish.
Water bugs. Water bugs. A lot of them.
We did see a ton of frogs.
There were, you got,
Saw a
yeah.
lot of frogs.
But a lot of people said they saw them and they were just gone. Like they'd see them and they'd go and then go.
Did you see any, Cade?
I saw a couple. But it ran off like super fast.
Did you catch a dragonfly nymph?
I saw shells.
You saw shells? Yeah. Like what kind of shells?
Like the snail shells.
There were a zillion. I had them in my boots.
He caught a bull snake.
A gardener snake.
Snails, yeah. Bunch of snails.
And some little.
We got a little water dog.
I don't know what it was. It looked like a little bug.
It was a water dog?
Yes.
Well, I like going in the water.
My son had a blast catching them.
Frog legs!